Wow, what an exciting parade, huh? Woo! Did you see any of it?
No.
No, I didn't either.
I'm not into parades. I don't get them.
I'm into the Thanksgiving Day parade.
With the big balloons?
With the big balloons.
The big Woody the Woodpecker?
Because you don't know who they're going to kill.
That's true. Didn't they kill somebody last year?
Almost.
No, I think they might have killed somebody.
No, man.
Didn't it knock that light thing off and it crashed down on a woman's head?
That lady's all right.
She is?
She's not working anymore, but she's still living. She's okay. So traffic stinks. That's a way to start the show today. Yankees won.
Yeah.
My boy Wells. Wells has officially become my favorite Yankee, I've decided.
You see him wearing his Van Halen hat
after the
press conference?
That's what I mean. It's the whole deal with him, David Wells. He's overweight. He drinks before he pitches. He's a slob out there on the mound. He's tucking his jersey in. In between pitches, he's tucking in his jersey and stuff. At press conference, he's got a big Van Halen hat on.
Yeah.
The guy is my favorite by far now.
He did the job.
And it's all over for the Indians. 3-2 now. With Coney pitching tomorrow night, it's all over.
Yeah.
See ya.
That was just a little distraction the Yankees had with that whole thing with the bad play.
Yeah, the knob block.
And then the day after, of course, the next game was a little bit, in disarray.
Yeah, we're back in control, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
But those mama jokes, come on. Indian fans, what's up with that? Making fun of David Wells' mom.
Should talk about Wells' dead mama.
What I'm thinking is we play from time to time on the show, piss off an Indian, piss off a Texan. I'm thinking we play piss off an Indian, so we need someone that could tell some really good mama jokes today.
We'll just rank on Indians' mamas.
Yeah, because they ranked on Wells' dead mom. That's not cool. So we got to get him back today on the show.
Okay, we'll do that.
And then the biggest news of today, Sheryl Crow coming in at 4:30.
Yes.
That's going to be very cool. Matter of fact, if you want us to ask a question to Sheryl Crow, you could send them in through the fax line, because we like getting the people involved in the show. 212-957-WNEW. Or you could send your Sheryl Crow questions to the instant feedback, and we'll print them out.
Of course, NEW.com. Click on our little pictures.
There you go. Coming back with Blues Traveler and the Stones, too. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York with Blues Traveler, a hook. Rolling Stones in there, and the latest from John Mellencamp, Your Life Is Now. John Mellencamp was hanging out with us last week, and Sheryl Crow is going to be hanging with us today. In about an hour, they're setting up outside in the imaginary ballroom. It's getting very exciting around here.
Rob had a little comment about your Wells comment earlier, that he looks like a slob.
Doesn't he? He pitches great. I love him.
Yeah, but he just kind of looks a little disheveled.
Right, that's all. I didn't mean anything bad by it.
Well, he says you must have seen Animal House. Wells is the perfect Delta House guy.
Yeah.
And Chipper Jones of Atlanta, on the other hand, is the perfect Omega House material.
That's so true.
What does that tell you?
That's true. I'd rather hang out with the Animal House gang, right?
Yeah.
They're the fun guys. Of course. I didn't mean anything by it. Wells is just, a regular guy.
We're going to stick up for him today, too.
Yes, we are. We have a guy standing by. It looks like he's going to do a good job for us.
We're going to play Tell Off an Indian.
Yep.
So we're going to call up Cleveland, and the whole gist of today's is mama jokes.
Right.
Just going to berate someone's mama.
Well, because David was very, very upset about the Indian fans making fun of his mom, who's been dead for a year and a half.
You know what's funny, though? Isn't it cute? Little Cleveland fans yelling things from the stands. Aw. Being in New York with Yankee fans?
Right.
That's like, oh, look, they're trying to be mean. Just wait. You just wait till the Yankee fans get a hold of you.
Just wait for tomorrow night. It's going to get ugly.
Of course.
I imagine at the stadium there's going to be so many mama signs in the stands.
Wouldn't doubt it.
So we're going to take care of them today. What's going on with Ugly Bride today?
Well, there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, Eddie Trunk didn't bring in the Sunday Jersey paper. Didn't he say he was going to do that?
He said he was going to take care of us. How hard is it to get the Sunday paper?
I don't know.
We don't live in Jersey, or we would have done it ourselves.
I know. And then I open up Newsday, and to my dismay, there's really not an unattractive bride in here this week.
Not at all.
I think they must have pulled their pictures from last week. They kind of knew.
Actually, every bride in here is very nice.
Yeah. Some Class A hotties, too.
Yeah, so...
Ask me.
So if we use Newsday, we can't play Ugly Bride. No. We're not going to pick on the old broad up top.
I mean, look at this guy. Paul Adamo's getting himself a piece of ass.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you got to congratulate the guy. He did very well for himself.
Of course.
I don't think there's a real ugly one in the bunch.
No. So we're having a problem with our Ugly Bride contest today. Maybe someone could fax the Sunday paper from New Jersey that has the wedding photos. Maybe we'll play with the jersey paper after all.
Okay, yeah, we need all the brides from the jersey papers.
Yes, please. The fax line is 212-957-WNEW. Help out the team today, will you? Ooh, the birthday page is brutal, though. Oh, my God. All the people celebrating 100 years. Whoa.
They all just start looking the same after 90, don't they? They got that special little old lady hairdo.
It's usually a nice shade of blue.
The glasses that make their eyes look huge.
Like, make them look like a frog.
Don't look into the sun, Grandma. You'll burn a hole clear through your head.
Well, that's why they have to go with the wraparound sunglasses at that point, Anthony, so... Okay.
All right, yeah, we just need the bridal photos.
Yes, I'm sure someone will take care of us. Actually, got an interesting little card about the Ugly Bride contest.
Uh-oh.
Someone suggests that we should find Jesus.
Why, is Jesus getting married? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'll read this in a little bit. How's that?
Okay.
Also, got some great rock and roll on the way. If I could just find out what we're playing. Yeah, cool. The latest from Lenny Kravitz and some Aerosmith next. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York with the Stray Cats. The latest from Lenny Kravitz before that, Fly Away. I like that new Lenny Kravitz song.
Yeah.
We got to get him in the imaginary ballroom. That would be very, very cool. Very interesting cat, Lenny Kravitz.
Cool, man.
It's Opie and Anthony. You want me to read this card we got from Becky?
Yeah, I like when we get cards.
Well, the wackos are definitely starting to contact us. That's one sign that maybe people are actually listening. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like our Ugly Bride contest.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're probably not playing Ugly Bride today because people forgot to bring in the New Jersey paper. So if someone out there could, fax in the wedding photos from a New Jersey paper, that would really help us out a lot today.
We'd play it with Newsday again, like we did last week, but man, bunch of hotties in Newsday.
Lots of hotties.
You ought to be proud of yourself, girls.
The girls
looking
were
good.
Probably holding their breath, praying. But honestly, you are all hot this week.
You look good.
Even the old broad.
Got to be honest.
Fax line is 212-957-WNEW if you could fax in the wedding photos from a Jersey paper. But Becky writes, Dear Opie and Anthony, I just wanted to comment on your Ugly Bride contest. People are created by God.
Mm-hmm.
We don't make ourselves. If we're deemed ugly, it's God's responsibility, not the person with the so-called ugly visage. There is a God, creator of all things. He created you, and I hope someday you will seek and find him. There's also a Jesus, so important that time, BC and AD, were acknowledged by his life. Jesus rose from the grave and is alive. He loves you both and all the people you make fun of. His love is all-encompassing. If you would like to experience his love, just ask him to make himself real. He won't let you down. Love, Becky.
All right. Great.
How does Becky know I didn't find God yet? Please.
I think you could pretty much tell.
No, come on. God loves everyone, Anthony.
Well, you're not showing it very well, Opie.
I sure am.
With the way you treat people. You're awful.
Yeah, right. We also got a pretty bizarre voicemail over the weekend.
Yeah, this is weird.
As you know by now, if you're a faithful listener to the show, we are still offering a lovely lady $1,000 if she shows her boobs live on the Today Show. Having a hard time accomplishing this feat, but the money sits right to my left here.
It's been a standing offer for about 2 months now.
2 months. Now it's getting cold, so maybe they're going to let their guard down over there, and you might have a better chance.
Yeah.
Get a nice huge coat and woo!
Flip it open.
And if you can prove those boobs are yours that we saw on TV, you could come down to the station and take this $1,000 away.
Exactly.
We got this lovely voicemail over the weekend.
Opie and Dopie will tune in and watch our Roker's face, who probably turn white. The sight of our 44 triple Ds will give him a big fright. Who will make Roker poop his pants when we jump and prance? Who will make Roker poop his pants? Opie and Dopie will. Who will flash their big boobies in our Roker's face, in our Roker's face? Who will flash their big boobies? Opie and Dopie will. Get ready, guys. We're going to show them everything.
So that lady's going for it with her friend.
All right.
I could just picture her at home in front of the piano, all excited, writing her tune. hitting the pedal on the piano and stuff.
Big metal pedals on the floor. Yeah.
Cute cute little song. So,
well, there we go. Maybe we'll get some action now.
Hopefully we will.
Yeah.
Anything on the instant?
No.
People are lazy today because it's kind of a holiday?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are off.
Yeah.
Or took off anyway.
All right, well, if you're home, you could instant feedback us. Just click on our pictures through the WNEW website. Also on the way, we got some Tom Petty and the Red Hot Chili Peppers next. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life. Those guys played in the Imaginary Ballroom, and we are about 15 to 20 minutes away from having Sheryl Crow in the Imaginary Ballroom. If you want to ask Sheryl Crow a question, we could do that for you. Or you could fax them in at 212-957-WNEW.
Got a instant feedback from Jeff in Jersey. You should thank Record Town in the Short Hills Mall for actually having a copy of your CD. I bought it, and it kicks ass.
They had a copy?
That's what it says, a copy.
So no one should go to that record store because he got the only copy.
Now there's no more copies of Record Town in the Short Hills Mall.
We're so pathetic. Guess how many CDs we sold last week in New York?
How many?
A whopping 12.
We're up to 12?
We're up to 12.
Wow.
Up from 10. And the week before we had 6, so.
Before you know it, we'll be up to like 20. Wow.
Yeah, our CD. Opie and Anthony's Demented World. If you could find it, consider it a piece of gold at this point. Please. Oh, brother. So what do you want to ask Sheryl Crow today?
I don't know. Let's see if some instant feedback people have questions. Are you hot? Oh, is it easy being in the business when you're hot?
I want to know about Michael Jackson. She toured with him for 2 years.
Will you take your clothes off for money? Who is that? John in Jersey. Come on.
Thank you, John.
Get questions like that. Brother.
Any others?
Yeah, announce when Sheryl Crow's going to be on the radio. Today, in a few minutes. See what we got to deal with?
Stay right there.
Will Todd Wolf be playing in your band anymore?
Well, that's not a question everyone wants to know.
Yeah, well.
You got to get, more basic, I think.
Oh, does she like cigars?
That's a good question. We can play with that one. Hi, NEW.
What are you guys doing? You're so bad.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, you're horrible.
Thanks a lot.
Why don't you just do Howard's show in the air?
Oh, that's it. Howard, right.
Actually, we are trying to do Howard's show, but like Howard 1986, not Howard 1998, because I'd be embarrassed to do the current show.
What?
So what we're doing is all the tapes that I got from his show from 12 years ago, I go home and I study them, and then that's the type of show we're doing.
So we could expect, lesbian dial-a date and stuff.
Right? Oh, definitely, without a doubt. It's on the way, yep.
You doing that next week?
Oh, yeah.
You've noticed that everything we do is exactly what Howard did.
Am I on the air? Because Howard won't put me on the air.
Why wouldn't he put you on the air?
Because it's like an hour wait to get through to him. Your guy's nice and easy.
Oh, it is.
I know. With us, you could get on within 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so
we got no listeners.
That's the beauty of our show.
I hope you guys get better, man, because some things are funny.
Yeah, I know. We suck.
That red-brown call, that's funny.
Right.
That's funny.
What didn't you like?
What didn't I like?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what's stupid? That licky butt thing.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, God, licky butt was head.
It must have hit too close to home.
No, it didn't. I'm no fudge packet there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Whatever.
I know what's going on in the studio between songs with you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. You got us.
You got us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who's pitching today?
Me. Man's taking it pretty good.
You guys are pretty good. I got to give you.
Oh, so now we're pretty good.
I like you guys.
All right. Bye.
Opie and Anthony.
All right, stick around. We'll be talking to Sheryl Crow in just a bit here. In the meantime, it's Blue Oyster Cult on the Rock of New York, 1027 WNEW. Hi, NEW.
Yeah, hi. I'd just like to say that I agree with that guy, and Opie and Dopie should be off the air. Thanks. Goodbye.
Opie and Dopie, I get it.
Never heard.
I get it. Wow, we haven't heard that one.
As he continues listening to our show. Yeah, that makes sense. Great. We're taking a beating today. I can't take it. My ego is shattered.
It's just another holiday, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, that Van Halen goes out to David Wells. We know he's a VH fan. Also got to say hi to Adrian on the Jersey Turnpike, a huge faithful listener of the show. We got just a couple out there. Interesting facts coming in here from C. Hey, guys, I own a business in New Jersey, And I put you guys on Monday through Friday. Today, a woman comes in and happens to hear you two on the store. She asked me if I like you two. I respond, they're all right. She says, I can't stand them. I'm waiting for them to get canned. For this reason, I intend on leaving you guys on a bit louder next time to piss her off again. Thanks, Sid. But he doesn't list his business.
Oh, we would have said it.
We would have gave him a nice little plug ski today. So.
Damn.
Where's
Cheryl?
I don't know. We're patiently waiting. We're kind of stalling for Cheryl, but we might have to play some commercials. She's supposed to be here any minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this blind. I didn't even read it ahead of time. It's Opie and Anthony. I got hooked on your refreshing, witty, hilarious show while listening on my car radio in the afternoons while running errands.
Refreshing.
So not having a decent radio at home, I bought a Bose Wave radio so I could hear all of your show every day. Very cool. You are now my first and only preset button.
Oh.
About your negative mail, it's sad there are so many people who can't laugh at themselves, Barbara. Thanks, Barbara. We appreciate that.
All right. I got a little comment on these two guys. Horrible story, actually. They're in Wyoming. Killed that gay guy.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the wonderful world of anal sex, guys.
What?
Well, I mean, come think about it. These guys, they hate gay people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately ran across this guy, killed him.
Which is tragic.
So they're going to be going to prison.
Yeah.
And what do you think? In prison, there's not, that there's gay guys that are all little guys?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some big gay guys.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be their bitch.
Big time.
Yeah. So, I'll enjoy it. Have some fun with it.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't make sense if you look at it that way.
No, I would think, if you didn't like gay people, you'd leave gay people alone.
Right.
Because if you hurt them, you might go to prison and end up maybe on the butt end of it.
There's more gay sex going on in prison than on the streets of New York, trust me.
Yeah, so now have fun, guys.
Wow, that's a good comment.
Watch that soap. Firm grip, remember.
Right.
Keep your back to the wall.
So where's Cheryl?
Well, not here yet, Opie.
They're all set up and waiting.
Well, good.
They're tuning her guitar out there.
No, that's okay. We're used to. We're not used to waiting for girls, right? as men, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Guys.
That means she'll be here at 6:30, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
She was supposed to be here at 4:30.
Would you stop to shop?
Pretty much.
Or something?
She's got to make sure her makeup is right, I guess.
Yeah, put on the makeup or something? What is it?
Isn't this the point where we have to sit down and talk to the father for an hour and a half while she's upstairs?
What a drag that's one plus side of getting married. There's one for you guys.
You don't have to deal with that, right?
You don't have to deal with the new dad.
Yeah.
Sitting and chatting with the new dad.
While you're watching a Ranger game and stuff and making believe you're a Ranger fan even though you're an Islander fan, and just having that awkward small talk knowing you're going to try to foul her daughter later on in the night.
Foul his daughter, yeah.
Right.
Hey, you got to come in. Oh, I'm almost ready. Sit down and talk to Daddy. And he's just looking at you like, oh, here's another in the endless parade of clowns that this one's bringing home.
I don't want a daughter.
Did you ever have, a talking to by a girlfriend's father?
No, I was actually pretty cool. Because I ended up dating a lot of girls that just didn't have fathers around. I don't know what that's all about, but...
You didn't know beforehand?
No.
And all of a sudden...
No, the last 4 girls I went out with, the father's either dead, divorced, out of the picture. Never had to deal with the dad, the last 4 girls.
That's a plus side, but then on the negative side, it does pack on some additional luggage in the relationship.
Yeah, Father's Day is brutal every year, man.
Tell me about it.
And I always know when Sandy's father's birthday is.
Yeah. All of a sudden, what's the matter, honey? Nothing. Okay, let me check the calendar. Let me cross-reference. Yeah, I had to go into a house one day, and, God, this girl's father was just relentless on me. Because for some reason, I was visiting her up in college in Connecticut, and he got wind of it. It's like, so what? She's over 18, And he drags me in there and starts calling me my fine feathered friend, which stuck in my head. Because I'm just sitting there going, I do not have feathers. Why is he saying this? Do you know what kind of reputation my daughter's going to have if my friends find out that you're sleeping at her dorm room, my fine feathered friend? Feathers? I didn't even hear what he was saying. I couldn't get past the feather part.
Yeah.
But it's just such a drag. Cause you want to just tell him, hey, listen, Pops, go F yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got, and then you're thinking, then I might not get any.
Right.
Can't berate her dad.
No.
It was embarrassing.
So did he clock you on for
No, he just...
at his daughter's dorm?
He ragged me. I was still, in my late teens, early 20s, so I didn't have the balls yet to really tell him, and I just kind of, okay, I pussied out, actually.
You never went back up?
No, I did.
Oh,
I just didn't tell him. No, I pussied out sitting there because I should have told him, hey, she's grown, she's an adult now, and so am I, and
right.
Just because you're not getting any.
Cool. Well, Sheryl has arrived. We'll talk to her next.
She is. Oh, good.
We just delayed there, so we'll talk to her next. Stay right there. If you want to talk to her, give us a call, 212-957-WNEW, or you can fax your questions into Sheryl, 212-957-WNEW. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York with Pink Floyd, Semisonic. Before that, it's Opie and Anthony, and we are patiently waiting for the arrival of Sheryl Crow in all her loveliness.
Oh, yeah, look.
Well, she's like at the front door going, can I come in?
Timidly asking, hi. Hey, it is you.
It looks just like you, actually.
Looks like me with a shorter-haired version.
Yeah, you bobbed your hair.
I did.
And you look beautiful.
Oh, God. I always look best on radio.
Yeah, the curly locks are gone.
They are.
When'd you do that?
I sold them.
You sold them for good.
You probably could.
To buy my husband a watch.
And he sold...
What did he sell for you?
He sold his wrist to buy her a bow for her lovely hair.
Let's just say he had a lot of piercings and he got run over. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No.
So why'd you cut your hair?
I just got tired of it.
You just wanted a new look?
I did.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
They probably did save it and sell it. Dude, I got some Sheryl Crow hair.
Actually, you know what? As the hairdresser was cutting off my ponytail, I thought, we should auction that off. But there's too much stuff you can do with hair, like witchcrafty stuff.
Yeah. You believe that?
Like a curse on me. Well,
like
you never
fingernail
know.
clippings or something?
Somebody get like some weird potion going.
The scary part is our listeners would have bought it. I don't even know if we could go to the phones live today because the questions they want to ask you are pretty brutal.
I saw some of them over there by your fax machine.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I can just say
Rick,
the answer is no.
We told you to cover that up.
All the questions that you want to know, the answer is no.
There you go. Are you living in New York now?
I am.
I was reading that in the magazine. Do you like New York?
I do. I love it very much.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any unusual things on the streets?
But of course. My studio is over in the meatpacking district, so every night you could just walk out. And
is that the Village? That's the other meatpacking district.
No.
Come on,
You are filthy.
It's a weenie joke.
Anyways, I was saying before I was dragged into the gutter.
Oh.
No. There's lots of weird things to be seen.
Yeah, tell us one weird thing you've seen in New York.
Well, I saw the most incredible, the most beautiful transvestite with the most incredible real breasts. But I actually wanted to go and ask him or her who their surgeon was.
Really?
Anyway.
Why, you thinking of implants or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Past that?
I'm not just past it. I just was never into that. But to each his own.
Now,
to each her own.
I got to ask you something. You were on tour with Michael Jackson for 2 years?
Yes.
Did you see anything weird?
And, Senator, I was not in the room at the time the allegations were made.
Did you see anything bizarre?
The answer is no.
Anything bizarre?
I don't know. I guess that depends on how you qualify bizarre.
Well,
how was that for demo?
All right. Were there any little boys backstage?
I'm looking at other people.
I know you're looking like an attorney over there.
Is he as weird as they say, or is it more something the media has blown out of proportion?
At the time that I was working with him, I was so sort of oblivious to all that. Whoever was around him, because there were always lots of people around him. That it never occurred to me that there were any sort of weird goings-ons there. So.
Okay.
Well, that's diplomatic, all right.
Well,
She's not going to fling the dirt, I don't think.
There will be no dirt being dished here.
Although I will tell you that just now on TV on VH1 they had the Michael Jackson story.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reminded of his incredible voice when he was like 5 or 6 years old. I mean, that still blows me away. Even though all that weirdness has surrounded him, he was so great then.
He's a great performer.
He is. I mean, the thing that was hardest for me about that tour was that it was almost like being in a Broadway show, because every night the show was exactly the same. Big pageantry, big hair, costumes, lots of dancing, same pattern between every song. And after a while, that sort of thing can become pretty mundane.
Right.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, I know. Not as interesting as whether there are little boys around, but...
Well, she's being careful. I respect that, I guess.
Yeah, that's the way you got to be in this biz, I guess.
So we're going to take a break, and we're going to get you out there in the imaginary ballroom.
Great.
Do you like how it's set up for you and stuff?
love
The lava lamps and the...
So tastefully done.
Yeah, the blacklight posters.
Very inspiring.
Okay, cool. More with Sheryl Crow in just a bit. Stay there. It's Opie and Anthony. I want to thank once again Sheryl Crow for stopping in and playing in the imaginary ballroom. She sounded absolutely great.
Great, yeah.
Feeling better, Anthony?
Yes.
How did the hug feel?
Good.
It was good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
She meant it.
I know she did. She liked you, actually. What was the deal? You just felt a little tension at first?
Yeah, a little tension.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's good, though, now.
Why? Because you...
I don't know,
I'm trying to get in your head, because I've never seen you like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Were you intimidated by her, because she's a hot lady, or...
Yeah, like a rock girl, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe that was it.
I could feel it.
I just knew how to get a hug.
There you go.
Wasn't hugging you.
No, she wasn't. By the way, I didn't get my hug. Wait a minute. Is she still in the hallway there? Me and Anthony share almost everything. I need a hug. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York, with the Goo Goo Dolls off Dizzy Up the Girl. That slide. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hey.
Just kind of rehashing our Sheryl Crow experience. Still smells very, very nice in the studio.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that the audience got to see the sensitive side of Anthony for once.
Sensitive.
So we have many layers on this show. Oh, we could be bastards. Oh, we could be dicks. Well, we also have that sensitive side. It came out with Anthony a little bit.
I think I was being sensitive.
I
detected something, I asked her about it.
When I was staring at you while she was playing, it almost looked like someone stood you up and you were just kind of bummed because you were seeing your girlfriend with like another guy. You know what I mean?
Jesus, what are you reading into?
You go to the powder puff or something, and there's the girl you're really in love with, and she stood you up for another guy, and you have to sit there and see her happy with somebody else.
I was watching her play the bass, and I was just looking at her playing.
Well, it went around the station that you were just I don't know, you were hit there a little bit, but
I think we hit it off.
At the end, you did. You got a nice hug. I didn't get the hug.
Yeah.
And it was weird because we were debating the whole time about the Eric Clapton question, because my favorite mistake, the rumor is it's about Eric Clapton.
Well, who knows?
Who knows?
You know.
But that's what has been going around in the industry, that it's about Eric Clapton. Did it wrong. And we were debating if we were going to bring it up, and we decided we weren't. We were going to let it slide. She was cool and stuff. And then she put her foot in her mouth and said that she, that Eric Clapton covered one of her songs or whatever. And she went, oh, no. And that's when she cursed on the air, actually, because she knew we were going to go down that road. And when we asked her about my favorite mistake in Eric Clapton, I saw, some emotion in her eyes.
Well,
she was done wrong. That's my opinion, obviously, but...
She said it could be about other people, too.
I think she was skirting the issue, actually.
Maybe.
So,
well, she was cool.
She was very cool.
I like that.
And we got to thank her for coming by. That was awesome. We've had a lot of people in the imaginary ballroom. Johnny Lang was really good, but I don't know. Sheryl Crow might take the cake now.
She sounded great.
She really did. She knows how to work that microphone. She sings at a whisper. It was pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Because you're in the room listening to her, and she's like, my friend. Well, you know what I mean, though. But
I know. Just to hear you sing just makes me nauseous.
Oh, it's horrendous. I know. But she doesn't, belt out the tunes. She's very soft, and she was awesome. We got to thank her for coming by and, go pick up the Globe sessions.
Yeah.
And I kind of like her without the locks.
Yeah. She looked very natural.
Very natural.
Yeah, like she didn't have makeup on or anything.
No, beautiful. Beautiful face. Anyway, okay.
All right.
I got to play this voicemail again from earlier in the show. You wackos are getting to us out there. People are leaving a lot of messages and stuff. And as you know by now, something we don't like to bring up a lot because we want to make sure their guard is down at the Today Show. But, yes, it's still up for grabs, the $1,000 to the first girl who shows her boobs live on the Today Show.
Right.
Al Roker's doing the weather outside. Maybe now that it's a little cold, you can wear a nice big coat and woo!
Like a trench coat.
Let it fly.
First girl, flasher.
Right. The first girl who shows her boobs will come into the studio and pick up the $1,000 that sits right next to me here on the left. Look at it. Look at it just waiting for somebody.
Under the glass.
Under the glass. We're going to have to, take that money soon and go drinking or something if none of you ladies out there, does the deed.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is legal to be topless in New York City, so don't worry. The Rock of New York, 102.7 WNEW, Golden Earring, Radar Love. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hello.
We got a complaint on the line. What else is new? I don't think a day goes by without us getting a complaint about our show.
I don't understand.
Well, this lady wants the boss.
Which one?
Well, didn't Gary leave? Didn't he say goodbye? He's down in the garage getting his ride?
I would think so, yeah. He waved goodbye.
All right. You be Gary. She didn't like the Clee Motor spot.
I'm Ed Clee. She didn't like that?
No.
Clee Motors.
Right.
The Clee Jeep, Clee Volvo, and Clee Taurus.
That's right. It's one of our fine sponsors of the Opie and Anthony show. We don't have many, but Ed Clee is a very good friend of ours, and he spends a lot of money on this lovely program.
What was our problem with it?
I don't know. Let's talk to her.
Hello?
Programming, yes.
Yes, I was just listening to, I listen to classic rock. I listen to your station. I think you should stick to music because, the joke stuff isn't really very funny. I found it really offensive what was just on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really offensive.
What did you hear that was offensive? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to.
Were you just listening?
Actually, no, I'm in my office.
Guy was talking about, he was sort of imitating an auto mechanic.
Yes.
And talking about getting your Clee Taurus serviced there. Unfunny joke about a Clee Taurus.
That's actually a sponsor of ours, though. That isn't.
What is he sponsoring?
That isn't a joke. It's Clee Motors. It's a car salesman. It's not. That's not a joke.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
That's a commercial that is on the
really?
on our station. Yes.
Really, and he says that he's located next to Cox Liquors.
Cox Liquors.
I suppose that also exists too.
It is. That's right next to Clee Motors.
So you're still keeping up this joke with me now.
I don't know. Understand
I just want to
what
let you know
mean.
that you lost a listener. That's all.
It's not a joke, ma'am.
Well,
there is a Cox Liquors and a Clee Motors.
Well,
it's right on the Hershey
Highway. You know what?
Highway.
If it's not a joke, you shouldn't let them sponsor you.
Why?
You shouldn't have them as a sponsor.
Why? You feel that
really,
isn't appropriate?
It's really offensive. That's all I want to tell you.
Wait. Let me run this past you then. We're going to have a new sponsor on the air, Dickens Apple Farm. And their slogan is going to be, the place to go to get your Dickens cider. Wait a minute. Wait, excuse... Oh, damn.
Opie and Anthony.
102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York, Collective Soul, some Queen, and Sean Mullins' Lullaby from his Soul's Core CD. He was in the Imaginary Ballroom last week. Mm-hmm. Also, John Mellencamp stopped by last week. We had Sheryl Crow earlier. She sounded great in the Imaginary Ballroom. She did 3 songs for us that we'll be playing from time to time for you in case you missed her live performance. Mm-hmm. And we got to remind people that Willie Nelson's coming in later this week.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be awesome. You ever think you'd have the chance to talk to Willie Nelson?
No.
And what would you ask Willie Nelson?
What do you want to ask him?
I don't know what the heck to ask Willie Nelson.
I know the guy smokes a lot of weed.
Maybe we could get him stoned.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah, well, we could do that.
Yeah. Maybe we need the help of the listeners.
Yeah.
Faithful listeners out there. Willie Nelson's at your house. He's sitting there at the table. What would you ask him?
What would you ask Willie?
That's the dilemma we get all the time here when you get these, stars stopping by.
Yeah.
What do you ask them that no one else has asked?
Yeah, because they've done these things a million times.
They have, and a lot of times they come in here and they're just like, oh, great, another radio station.
Yeah.
Oh, great, that looks just like the 2 guys I just talked to at another station, Wappy and Slappy. Great.
Skippy and Whippy in Dallas.
Skippy and Whippy in Dallas, and now I got Wappy and Slappy in New York. Great. Oh, they're going to ask me my musical influences.
Oh, great.
That's awesome. What would you ask them?
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Willie.
I think the listeners will be able to help us.
Yeah.
You could, send a question through the instant feedback. We'll even give you credit. If you come up with a really wild question and we ask them, we'll give you the credit. That works. We like giving credit where credit's due. Or you could fax them in to you. We'll be here for another 20 minutes. What would you ask Willie Nelson? We got to get ready for this exciting interview we're doing later on this week. Yes. He'll be performing, too, in the Imaginary Ballroom. I think that's cool. Yeah. And rumor has it we're going to get Tony Bennett in here.
Now that we might need some help on questions.
I don't know what to ask Tony Bennett.
Did he ever use Viagra?
Yeah, me and Anthony, one time we were in L.A. interviewing, a lot of celebrities, and we had to interview Engelbert Humperdinck.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
So the interview was 20 minutes of me and Anthony just going, Okay, great.
All right,
hey,
Engelbert.
What's up? How are you, man? Like, this is great. Yeah, so this is good stuff.
You have an album.
Yeah. What's your album?
Do you have one?
Yeah. What's the name of the album? You know, I'm sure our listeners back home really care, but...
Engelbert.
So
a mess.
He is a mess. All right, we got on the way the star of our show today, Sheryl Crow. We'll do one from the Globe Session CD. And some Steve Miller by request next. The Rock of New York, 102.7 WNEW, Sheryl Crow off her latest CD, The Globe Sessions. That's My Favorite Mistake, a song she did in the Imaginary Ballroom about 2.5 hours ago. We didn't burn it to CD yet, or we would have played it again for you, but I'm sure in the coming days you'll hear the live version of that from the Imaginary Ballroom. If you keep listening to NEW.
Yeah.
And she was very cool.
I think me and her have a new relationship.
Yeah, it started off a little strange between Anthony and Sheryl, but by the end, Anthony got a fine hug.
Yeah.
I think you did that on purpose to get the hug at the end.
It could be. I do work in mysterious ways.
And I sat there and I had to shake her hand.
Yeah.
Because she felt a little tension with you and decided to make up at the end, and she hugged you.
She's a small girl.
She's tiny. I didn't realize how small she was.
Get my hands around her little waist there.
She is very small.
Ooh, tiny.
And plays a mean guitar.
Yeah.
And we kind of learned that song's about Eric Clapton. She won't totally commit to that.
She didn't say that, definitely, yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Say that about my chick? Shut up.
I'll kick your ass.
I'll kick your ass, man. F. Eric Clapton, man. I'll kick his ass.
Well, she actually said officially it could be about many people.
Yeah.
Well, when we did mention Eric Clapton, she got a little teary-eyed. I saw it.
Oh.
A lot of the people around here saw it, too.
Whoa.
So, there you go.
All right.
Hey, Matty.
Yo, babe.
Ready to rock, bro?
God, we had so much stuff we didn't get to today.
Yeah, it was one of those days with the holiday and waiting for Sheryl Crow to come here. It was just kind of a strange show.
We got to remember tomorrow, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, without a doubt.
Ice,
baby.
Ice, baby. Stupid Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
Ice baby is making a comeback.
When you say he's back and badder than ever, it's not meant the good way.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Actually, I could leave with something really goofy if you want.
What?
Well, we're going to talk about Ice tomorrow. He's making a comeback, right?
Yeah, he's like a rap artist.
He's like a rap artist. And
sort of like a really hardcore guy. He looks like Henry Rollins now.
Does he really? He's trying to change his image?
Yeah, look, he's all inked up on his arms and stuff, and he's wearing like the guinea tea, chain around his neck. He's got the goat cooking, black hair now, and sunglasses. He looks like Henry Rollins.
I wonder what his music's going to sound like.
Ding, 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 ding. The same crap. What a joker this guy is.
Rap isn't music.